Okay, Shalom. I want to start giving all praises due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Okay. Um, Respect and honor to all you brothers out there laying your life down on the front line to push this gospel of peace. Okay. To hopefully wake up the elect. Kum Yashallah. Okay, this is Shema Basar, and I want to give 3 quick scriptures to the point. Something for you to meditate on in the dome. Okay. So we're gonna start with Zephaniah 4. We're gonna start with Zephaniah 1 verse 14, and it says, "The great day of the Lord is near; it is near, and haste greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty men shall cry there bitterly." Right, the mighty men. These men that's in high position, high rank, okay, the sellouts, even a lot of our people that's in high ranks, that's selling out and all that other stuff, that have titles that goes after the titles of Egypt, the title of this world, okay? These mighty men, none of these titles and stuff is going to save you, okay? It says the great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasten greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty men shall cry their ability. Yeah, the mighty men, those men with titles, those men with, that's high ranking, official men, okay? And I'm talking about our people as well, okay? And let's go with a precept to that. Joel 2 verse 1. Joel 2 verse 1. "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord come, for it is near at hand." Okay? And that's what we out there preaching for. The day of the Lord is coming, it's at hand. But many don't believe. So what are you getting right now? You're getting a warning. That's what you're getting right now. You're getting a warning before the judgment. Okay? You're getting a time to repent before the destruction comes. Many of you don't believe it. And I'm talking about many of you of Israelites that's of the circumcision. You don't believe that. You're just being part of something. You're being part of a group. You're being part of an organization, but you never took time to you never took time to sit and meditate on building a relationship with the Most High and His Son, not with a group, not with other men. It's good to have the brotherly love, but you forget about that. Because the men can't save you. So this is a warning, and this is what the prophets always done before the destruction. It always came to warning, okay? From the beginning of times. And it says, it says 2 verse 1. Now I'm going to jump to 11. And then it says, this is Joel 2. I read 1, now I'm jumping to 11. "And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army. For his camp is very great. For he is strong that execute his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. And who can abide it?" Yeah, who can stop it? Okay. Let's go to back to Zephaniah and continue to read on. Zephaniah 15 now. We started at 14. The day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble, a day of distress, a day of wastedness and desolation, a day of darkness and glooming, a day of clouds and thick darkness. How many of you believe that? Not many of you. Because you know why? A lot of you, many of our people are walking around up and down, okay, in Ogora, taking care of their business, but not thinking of the Lord. They have their head stuck up their ass. They don't understand the day of the Lord. They don't understand the scriptures, and they don't care to understand the scriptures. So the day of the Lord, to me, I wrote this up, but the day of the Lord is the day that sin shall be punished. The day of the Lord is the day that sin shall be punished. I'll say it again. The day of the Lord is the day that sin shall be punished. Okay? And it says, read that again so you can meditate on it. Today is a day of wrath, a day of trouble, and distress. When you think about distress, when you think about somebody mourning, it's like, you ever seen somebody with cancer or AIDS and they're dying slow in pain, and there's nothing you can do for them. There's nothing the doctors could do for them, and they sitting there and deteriorating their body. That's distress, nigga. A day of wasteness and desolation, and a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Why do I say you need to meditate on this? Because this is the day of Jacob's trouble. This is the day that's coming upon all America, all of Egypt. It's the day that sin shall be punished. Okay? 1 Peter 4:17. 1 Peter 4:17, it says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God." What? For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. Okay? Who's the Most High people? Israel. So who's that judgment going to start with? Israel. Okay? And if it first begin at us with Israel, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? Shalom, another episode of Performing Arts. Peace.